Well, I know that is a kind of provocative way to put it, because we normally think of economics and markets and money as being very far from the world of language. But the truth is that the marketplace, commercial activity, financial activity, any kind of exchange is always about a relationship. It's some kind of relational enterprise, and when humans have relations, language is never far behind. So using language carefully, or using language reliably, or using language sincerely is very important in very small ways and in very big ways. But the simplest way to see why language is important for something like the financial crisis is that contracts, modern contracts, are nothing but linguistic forms. And when a contract is being manipulated somehow, you might say language is being manipulated. So indeed, promise is a special kind of, belongs to the category of performatives, which is a special kind of linguistic action, which by doing it, it changes the world. So it's not a mere representation, a metaphor, an accompaniment. It is the very thing that makes something real. And therefore, when you use it insincerely or manipulatively or exploitatively, you are giving those qualities to something real. You're changing reality in a not very good way. So promise is a very key thing. I think I have been living for decades in the United States, and now, as everyone knows, Donald Trump is running that country, but I was out, and I have been recently in Europe, in Berlin, and Europe is also seeing movements to the right in France, in Germany, even in the recent elections, in Austria, really almost everywhere. This is also coincidentally the case in India, in Turkey, in the Philippines, in actually quite a few places. So the question naturally arises, is this a coincidence that in so many places there is a move to the right, and a move to the right which appeals to popular sentiment? It is not a coup, it's kind of from electoral and democratic processes. It is true that in the past, democratic processes used to be mobilized by the left, but today, by and large, they are mobilized by the right. But we should never forget the example of someone like Hitler, who did mobilize the German masses, and who was certainly not on the left. So today, somehow we are seeing this worldwide, and what I want to talk about this afternoon is why this is happening in places that are otherwise quite different. And there is a big question in my mind, is this also happening in Latin America? If so, which parts of Latin America? Maybe Brazil, but I don't know about Venezuela after Chavez, or the Andes, Peru, Bolivia, Chile, Morales. It's to me a more open question, for Latin America. But in some other parts of the world, I think this is becoming very clear. In Latin America also, I think we can see some examples, maybe also in Argentina, of a certain move to the right. But I'm not sure whether the causes are the same or the expressions are the same. But this I hope to learn more when I'm here.